Good morning, my students. Today we will continue our lesson quadratic equations. Our objective for this video is to solve the quadratic equation, but by using a new way, the discriminant delta. We will remember together what is linear equation and what are the elements of the quadratic equation. Let's start. First, we will start by solving equations. What do we mean by solving equation? To solve an equation means to find the value of the variable or unknown in this equation. Solve means to find the value of the variable or unknown. When you find x in the equation or the unknown, you will make solving equation. This value of the variable x called the root of the equation. The value you find for x when you solve the equation is called the root of this equation, the root or the solution. What do we mean by the root or the solution? When we find the value of x and we substitute it again in the equation, it will give me two equal sides for this equation. So we call it a solution, and we can say it satisfies this equation. We will take a simple example about solving the linear equation. Linear equation which is of first degree. When we solve linear equation, we first put the variable in one side and the constant in the other side. We isolate variable. So first solving means finding x. We isolate the variable, plus 10 becomes minus 10, and x equals minus 10 over 5, so x equals minus 2. This value of x, which is x equal minus 2, is called the root of the equation 5x plus 10 equal to 0. What do we mean by the root? If we substitute again x equal minus 2 in the original equation 5x plus 10, we will get 5 into minus 2 plus 10 equals 0, minus 10 plus 10 equal to 0, so 0 equal to 0, and you will get two equal sides, so we say x is root or solution for this equation. It makes a balance between the two sides. Now we will see some example about solving some equations. Part A is about solving linear equation or first degree equation. First degree equation, isolating x in one side and the number in the other side, and you will get x equal 1 over 3, which is called root for this equation. Now 3x minus 2 into 4x minus 16 equal to 0. This equation, my student, is in reality a quadratic equation, because if we expand it, we will get 12x squared minus 56x plus 32. equals 0. So it is quadratic equation. It may have two roots or one root or no, or one double root or no root. We will explain them later. 3x minus 2 equal to 0, and this will give us x equal to 2 over 3. 4x minus 16 equal to 0, and this will give x equals 4. We have two different values of x for this equation, so we can call them two distinct roots. If we now see part C, x minus 3 squared equal to 0, and this give us x equal 3, and as we see I write double root. What I mean by this? X minus 3 squared means x minus 3 multiplied by itself 2 times, يعني x minus 3 into x minus 3 equals 0. The first bracket will give you x equal 3, and the second bracket will give you x equal 3. So we have two values of x, but they are equal, so we say x equal 3 is double root. Part D, x square minus 4 equal to 0. This is the quadratic equation, and from your previous information you can say it is difference of 2 square. It is x minus 2 into x plus 2 equals 0, and this will give you two roots, x equal 2 or x equal minus 2. And here also we have two values of x, but they are different, so we say they are two distinct roots. The last example, D, x squared plus 4 equals 0. Pay attention, it is not difference of 2 square. We have a plus, not minus. So x squared equal minus 4. Square is even number. It will give me positive value, but because it gives me negative, so we say it is impossible or no solution, or no solution. Here some notes about solving the previous examples. Please read them carefully. Now, before going to solve the quadratic equation by using the discriminant, I will solve the homework given to you yesterday about finding A, B, C in a quadratic equation. This is your homework. As revision, to find A, B, C, A is the coefficient of x squared, B is the coefficient of x, and C is the constant. And same as for all parts, and this is the solution. Now, how to solve a quadratic equation using the discriminant? A linear equation is solved by isolating x in one side and the number in the other side, and to find x. But when we want to solve a quadratic equation, we will take today an easy way, which is to use the discriminant. Solve the quadratic equation means to find the value of x. A quadratic equation means second degree equation. Using discriminant is a new easy way. Now we will explain how to solve the quadratic equation by using the discriminant delta. Delta gives you how many roots will this quadratic equation has, and what are the values of these roots. Now we will take the steps to solve the quadratic equation by using the discriminant delta. It's very easy way. First of all, it's changing the quadratic equation to standard form. What I mean by standard form, it means to put all the variables on constants in one side and 0 in the other side, and the equation will become in this form: ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0. This is the first step. The second step to find the discriminant, which we call it delta. What is the rule of delta? Delta equal b squared minus 4ac. b is the coefficient of x, and a is the coefficient of x squared, and c is the constant. You take them directly from the equation. Now we will have a numerical value for delta. This value, it may be positive, it may be negative, it may be 0. If I get a positive value of delta, or we can say delta greater than 0, then we directly know that this quadratic equation has two different roots, or we say two distinct roots. Now we know the number of roots. But what are these roots? They are x prime, the first root, I call it x prime, which is its rule minus b plus radical delta over 2a. b is taken from the equation, delta you calculated it, and a from equation, and x double prime, which is the other root, is minus b minus radical delta over 2a. Just substitute the values of b, delta, and a, and you will get the values of the roots. Now if delta is equal to 0, so we have one double root. We know now that only we have double root. What is this double root? First, x prime equal x double prime, because they are same, and the rule of this root is minus b over 2a, and you get a and b from the equation directly. Now if delta has negative value, or we say delta less than 0, it is the impossible solution, or we say the quadratic equation has no real root. He is same as impossible. Exercise. First, I want you only to find the discriminant delta, only to find delta. Delta, not to solve, I said find delta by using the rule, which is b squared minus 4ac. Please try it again, try it by yourself. Find a, find b, find c, and substitute them in the rule. You will get delta. This exercise, my students, is about solving the quadratic equation. Solve means find x. I set the quadratic equation using delta, which is b squared minus 4ac. First find delta, after delta find the roots, and I will help you in the first part. Look here, I have the quadratic equation x squared plus 5x plus 4 equal to 0, a equal 1, b equal 5, c equal to 4. Delta is b squared minus 4ac put B in the rule and A in the rule and C in the rule, and you will get delta equal 9. This is positive number, and we can say delta greater than 0. If delta greater than 0, I have two distinct root. I have two distinct root, x prime and x double prime. We write their rules: x prime equal minus b plus radical delta over 2a, x double prime minus b minus radical delta over 2a. I substitute b, delta, and a, and I get x prime equal minus 1 and x double prime equal minus 4. These are different values, so we say they are two distinct roots. Please try to solve the homework, and we will continue tomorrow, inshallah. Thank you.